Good morning, friends. It's a wonderful time to talk to you. मैं एक बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट टॉपिक के ऊपर आपके साथ बात करने वाला हूँ because lot of people have asked me, Captain, last time you in one of your videos you had said that Pakistan will not break up immediately. अभी ऐसी सिचुएशन आई है कि there has been a train which has been hijacked by the Baluch Liberation Army. उनकी एक ब्रिगेड ने and taken over 100 soldiers as hostage. तो अब what is your opinion? आपकी क्या राय है? बहुत अच्छा सवाल है, but I must give you a proper answer also. What is happening is the BLA, that is Baluch Liberation Army, is on the rampage. But there are very big bits and ups in this, ifs and buts. They are not yet in control of the land. That is the crucial point I should make out. They can carry out a lot of terrorist attacks, maybe kill 10 soldiers here, catch a bus and kill the people from Punjab, or they can hijack this train and hold about 100 or 120 soldiers as hostage. Yes, certainly. But are they closer to getting Baluchistan? First, let me tell you about this incident. Incident ये हुआ है कि there was a train which was going from Quetta to Peshawar, and on this train were traveling a number of soldiers, including paramilitary forces who were going on leave. And there were a lot of Baluch also in it. So this train was captured by the Kasar Brigade of the BLA, Baluch Liberation Army, and all the hostages were made taken for ransom. But I understand that the women and children were released, including those who were the local Baluch who were traveling on the train were also released, and only about 100 soldiers and men of the Pakistan army, the paramilitary forces, were taken as hostage. So this shows a marked compartment-like attack against the army. That is basically what the thing is, and against the people who from Punjab who are coming and exploiting that place. Pakistan army has surrounded the train. The track has been blown up, और ये जो ट्रेन है ये ना आगे जा सकती है ना पीछे जा सकती है. So what is going to happen next? About 100 soldiers have been taken as hostages. और कितने बलूच फाइटर हैं, हाउ मेनी दे आर, वी डोंट नो. पॉइंट एक ये है जेंटलमैन, आप याद रखिएगा, फील्ड मार्शल मॉन्टगोमरी जो थे, हु वाज वन ऑफ द ग्रेटेस्ट जनरल्स ऑफ द सेकेंड वर्ल्ड वॉर, उन्होंने हिस्ट्री ऑफ वॉरफेयर में लिखा है कि इफ यू हैव टू विन अ बैटल and take over the country, a very important point I'm telling you, then you need the infantry soldier to hold the ground. The crucial thing is that you have to hold the ground. Now, ये एक Achilles heel है of the Baluch Liberation Army. They cannot hold the ground. That is the point I'm trying to make. They can carry out so many terrorist attacks, so many things they can do. They can kill Pakistani army officers or soldiers, but they cannot hold the land because Pakistan army is in great strength in Baluchistan. They have got one core headquartered at Quetta. I think it has got 4 divisions with a lot of tanks, artillery, as well as aircraft. So, in comparison, the Baluch force is very, very limited. The 4 divisions mean there are almost 100,000 Pakistani soldiers in that region. And they may not win the war, but they cannot lose also, unless there is a breakdown in morale. So, ये देखने वाली बात है, what's going to happen next? The question is, this train has been taken over, but what the Baluch are going to do next? The Baluch fighters who are there in the train, they cannot run away. And at the same time, they cannot come out of the train and take over the countryside. There's no way they can do that. And that is the point which I'm trying to make, that the Baluchis are not having the numbers to fight the Pakistan army. Irrespective of what the Indian channels are saying that Baluchistan on the verge of independence and things like that, I don't think it's going to happen like that. They are not on the verge of independence at the moment. They are just fighting an insurrection, a guerrilla war. But ये जो guerrilla war होता है, terrorist act होती है, if you want that they should bear fruit, then at some stage these forces have to start a conventional war. आप हिस्ट्री देखिए or see the writings of Che Guevara and Mao Zedong. They're the exponents of guerrilla warfare. And what did they achieve? They achieved a lot, and their theories are to be studied. So, one of the theories is that this terrorist act or the guerrilla warfare which is continuing has at some stage to be converted to a conventional war, and once it's converted to conventional war, only they can win. This is what happened in Vietnam. There was a terrorist organization fighting a guerrilla warfare in South Vietnam, but later when the North Vietnamese intervened, it was converted to a full-fledged conventional war and the American army was defeated. Well, that's been happening in all the battles. And unless you have the soldiers who can fight the army in a pitched battle where you have a conventional war with guns and tanks and defeat that army, then only you can have an independent state. Same thing happened in Bangladesh. The Mukti Bahini was fighting here and there, so many things were doing, but they're not winning. And they won only once the Indian army intervened in East Pakistan and defeated the Pakistan army. So, where are the Baluch? Now, I'll tell you that Punjab is the largest, the most heavily populated region of Pakistan, while Baluchistan is the largest state, but the most minimum population. And such a huge state with just a few million population, how do you expect them to fight an army uh, which is almost 100,000 soldiers in strength? The Baluch do not have that strength. So what they can do, they can continue the hit and run tactics only. So I understand they attacked a camp in Quetta, that's very fine, and the Pakistani army is suffering casualties. But recollect that the Indian army is fighting an insurrection in Kashmir for the last 40 years. And just about 2 years back, 200 soldiers of the BSF were killed in a terrorist attack. So all this is continuing, but what is happening? Indian army is not defeated in Kashmir, there is no question, and it will never be defeated. So why should the Baluch army be defeated? Sorry, the Pakistan army will be defeated in Baluchistan. The Pakistan army should not be underestimated that wo jayenge, haar jayenge. It's not going to be like that. But there is a fly in the ointment, and that is Donald Trump. Until and unless Donald Trump decides that Baluchistan is going to be independent, that is the only way Baluchistan can become independent. Otherwise, they can keep fighting for the next 20 years, and I don't think they will achieve anything. When I say achieve anything means taking physical control of Baluchistan, because they do not have the manpower to face the Pakistan army, and that is the point which, please gentlemen, bear in mind. And now the question is, the Pakistan army has an option choice. 100 soldiers, a lot of men which have been captured and held as hostage. And in case the Pakistan army attacks or storms the train, the result is going to be that these 100 soldiers are going to get killed. And the blue fighters all probably get killed. But then the effect of the Pakistan army's morale would be terrible. They would be feeling that Our army doesn't care for our soldiers, and they will not be that vociferous or that brave to fight the Baluch later on, because they will feel the Pakistan army doesn't look after us. So General Munir has to decide what is to be done. If he doesn't storm the train, these people will continue there, and they have threatened, I think, that we will kill the hostages. So the hostages have to be saved. And how is Pakistan going to do it? I think Pakistan may not launch a frontal attack on the train, but probably what they will do is try to negotiate with these people to release the hostages in lieu of a safe conduct passage for the fighters who are inside the train. At the same time, probably Pakistan may have to release a lot of Baluchis who have been captured and kept in Pakistani jails. So, gentlemen, it's nobody's victory, neither Pakistan nor the BLA. But at the same time, the situation is worrisome for Pakistan because Baluchistan becomes like a sore, it keeps on bleeding, and they will keep on bleeding the Pakistan army. So it's a war of attrition. How long and who will blink first? That is the point. As I told you, the new policeman in town is Donald Trump. If he, America, decides that you want to have independent Baluchistan, it will be there. The Pakistan government will have to jolly well say so, yes. And as far as the Baluch fighters are concerned, they need a lot of succor and help. And maybe India could do it, but India doesn't have a contagious border with Baluchistan, and that is a drawback. Now, I can't talk of history, it's so long away, and I wish at that time Pandit Nehru in 47 had shown a little more spunk when the state of Kalat had acceded to India. He should have accepted it, but he didn't do it. But that's all history, let's forget about it. We know that Pandit Nehru, what he was, a big man with legs of clay. So coming down to the present situation is the Pakistan political leadership, of course, doesn't know a damn thing, and everything is being handled by General Munir himself. And he's still got, I think, a couple of years to go as the chief of the Pakistan army as well as the ruler of Pakistan. But then Baluch is not going to be easy to win over. To win, you can't even defeat these BLA forces. So this state will continue. But I expect that this hijacking of the train would be an eye-opener to Pakistan and the Pakistan army that you cannot roughshod, run roughshod over the people. And this is what the Pakistanis have been doing. They've been exploiting Baluchistan for its minerals and wealth, giving nothing in return to the Baluchis who continue to live like poor people. So, gentlemen, this is one situation which is coming in. As I told you, there's a big policeman in town, that is Donald Trump. Unless he acts, only then Baluchistan can get independence. If he decides. If he doesn't decide, I'm afraid this battle will just linger along. It will be like a festering sore on Pakistan. But the chance of Baluchistan breaking away are not there, not in my opinion, because they do not have the Baluch Liberation Army, the numbers to fight the Pakistan army in a conventional war and take over Baluchistan. They cannot do that. Well, gentlemen, I hope you like this video. Please share it with your friends and come back for more. I will close now and say goodbye. God bless and Jai Hind.